Welcome, folks. Welcome, one and all. Just gone live. Hang on, let me inform my. Let's see, send a couple messages here. And I'll be getting on the soldering bandwagon here. And Russ. See if anybody joins us here. In the meantime, how's it going, folks? Hey, Dave. I just sent you a link if you want to join. I looked at the clock and go, oh boy, it's late. And I'm going to do, yes, folks, I was going to say the last hobby box that I have to assemble to be caught up. But I got another order today, so it looks like it's the second to last one that I have to get caught up. But it is what it is. But at least with these, well, I got a nice task ahead of me tonight. So let's see here. Welcome to my new workbench. Let's tilt this a little this way. I don't know. Pretty soon I'll be lighting it all up, but I've got my magnets here with all my tools, so I know what I got where. Actually, these belong over here, and this belongs over here. Got my computer up on top. This actually belongs up there. I got to find a place for this and just leave the wire. I'll probably hook it up like up here or something, and have, or back there, and have just test wires, whatever. I'll come up with a place. And likewise, the motor, my test motor, I put up on top. Still working. That's good. Good to hear, Dave. I am having fun here. All right. So, that being said, time to get to work a little bit here. So, let's get to work. First thing I'm going to do, this will be an assembly from start to finish of the hobby box. So, let me see if I can get a little bit of recording while I'm here. For a future video. Well, anyway, we'll see what we can record here. How's it going, Mervin? Good to see you. Yank out the old power supply first. And start wiring up the motors, the fans. That's usually my first step. First thing I do is take everything out of here. And I'm not sure. I haven't heard news. I think he's doing. He was in ICU recovering, last I heard. So I have no idea how he's doing. But I expect I'm gonna go on tonight and find out or at the on the other hangout. All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. Get all my screws together. Let's see. I need a short one for this. There we go. Good and solid. So step 1, we connect the fans. Get rid of this thing. And I will need 2 connectors here. I just need these little connectors. Don't need the rest of them. Then I shall take and strip the strip all 3 of the fans, because all 3 fans go together. So I'm going to basically come on, you hang there all the time. Hang. All right. So the middle one of the 3 is positive, so I'm going to make sure that it's very important to get it right the first time, or you end up burning the motor out. Don't ask me how I know that. So I curl all 3 of the. By the way, feel free to ask questions and such if you have any. I'll be looking every now and then while as I'm assembling my last box, except for the order that just came in today. So in the next few days, I should be shipping out a number of them. Okay. Got ourselves red and black here. Pretty soon I'm getting some lights and I'm getting some electrical, and I'm going to distribute this, as best as possible, because these magnets are great for holding my tools, but I need to have like the soldering iron, everything within easy reach, just for the sake of efficiency. Okay. So now I solder the positives. Okay, so I've got the positive one soldered. Now let's go for the negatives, and this is when I double check. This is the end, this is the end, and this is the end. You don't want to get these wrong, or you will burn out the motor, the fans. Just saying. These little fans are very convenient. They last a long time, as long as you don't over voltage them or put them in the wrong polarity, and that'll just cause them to mess up. So here I go with the negative of the two, positive and negative. And we got to just reach over and grab a little heat shrink. Clip here, clip here. So hopefully by the end of this show tonight, I will have this. Not hopefully, I will. I'm going to have this last one set up. I was hoping to have it set up before, because what I got to do is I got to wire up a few breakout cables. So I'll spend the day tomorrow doing breakout cables and such. But for those of you that follow along my that have seen the build update page, it always changes because you never know from one day to the next what I'm busy doing. Not too many people here yet. It's low turnout, but well, it's to be expected. It is early, and it'll be more will be coming as usual. All right, so this goes like so. All right, so this is ready to plug into the power, but now I have to do. Now comes the fans onto the little spacer block that I make. Okay, that is wrong. See, you got to catch myself. I almost put in the fan backwards. It wouldn't have mattered. But there we go. But I like the fans to blow out, not in. Suck cold air in and that's just me. But oh well. All right. So there we go. I'm connecting the two fans onto this little spacer block that I have that holds all the components on it. And okay. So there we go. Good and tight. All right, so we have our fans mounted on the spacer block. Now we have to put the, let's go ahead and put the 4 of these puppies on. First thing we do is we set the dip switches. Up. Because they always come set wrong. Then comes the wonderful part of putting them in place. We put our 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. And all right. Then we slide in our 4. You guys can't see very well, but basically we slide in our 4 stepper drivers with the heat sinks facing in so the fans can, blow the air through. Tighten these 4. And the ones that I used to slip in, these 4, now I got to tighten. So there we go. These are all in place. Now let's put our fans in the right place here. And now that it's in the right place, I take the other screw for the fan. And there we go. That's locked into place. Now we connect the power supply. I'll use this one. All right. We shall need luckily I've pre-wired them already. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll also need this, and this. For later. All right. How are you, Philip? Anxious to get your box? Hopefully it'll be getting there soon. Yeah, so I was going to say I've had an issue. These power supplies are fantastic, but you got to realize the Javi box, as sturdy as it is, and everything it's put into it and stuff. There's a piece inside this. It's a donut magnet that's wrapped in wire, to put it extremely simply. Or anyways, that electronic piece is only attached by 2 copper wires. It's glued in, it's siliconed in place, but it can't take, some harsh banging or anything like that. So while, like I said, this hobby box is extremely sturdy, I wouldn't drop it. And likewise, the fans are susceptible to damage when they get when they fall from a decent height. And I've gotten a few boxes delivered, 2 actually, of these things that were delivered. And I always shake them first, just to make sure. Slightly shake them, because you'll hear the rattle, and it won't turn on without that component in there. I could take it apart and solder it, but because all it is it just came loose, but it's an awful lot of work when you can just say, "Hey, Amazon, return and send me a new one," and that's exactly what I do when something like that happens. But it's still annoying. So for those of you that have been following along, during the month of August, I am basically going to, I guess, be on hobby box sabbatical. So, so if anybody orders a box, say, if they don't order them by Friday, expect to get them in mid-September, because I'm catching up. Normally it takes 3 to 6 weeks, regardless. But I got the family coming up here to the property, and I've got, I'm on vacation. I've taken time off work, and I didn't do that just to put more time into another work. Because this, despite what some people might think, is not by any means my primary source of income or a priority. I mean, it's a commitment, so if you buy one, I'm building it for you. But if no orders come in, or I decide not to build anymore after the last one that's ordered, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. In fact, if anything, I'm going to gain a lot of time on it. Okay, so now we got those. And it's time for, if I could find where. Here it is. How's it going, Bobby? Didn't see you there. Just saw you now. Okay. Excuse me. I got to get back into the habit of putting all my stuff up. Okay, so this is going to be boom. Keep doing that. 8, 4, 5. Yeah, I've been flying through these. I did 3 or 4 of them last week. I did 2 or 3 that I finished 2 or 3. I finished 3 of them already, and this is the 4th. So, you know, it is what it is. All right. The thing is, like anything else in life, or like any project you have, I don't know about you guys. Tell me if this is the case with you guys, but when you're doing something like this that's repetitive, once you get a handle on it, you can fly through a bunch of them. Like, uh, I could do 4 in a day without an issue. But if I haven't done one in a while, then it may take me as many as 2 days just to do the first one. I mean, sometimes that's how it is. Now, um, and it's all about return on investment of your time, and I don't. I value my time, so I don't want to. I'd rather do the former. I'd rather put a bunch of them together in a short amount of time than just 1 or 2 in the same amount of time. All right. So now we're connecting our power supply. Basically, we're connecting all the wires of the power supply. 2 of them go to a plug for the stepper. 4 of them go to plugs for the stepper drivers, 36 volts. Now I'm connecting ground. Then I'm connecting neutral. And then finally, I'm connecting line in, which I have to connect the line into on the other end. So all these are connected. All right. And this one here. Yeah. Sometimes these connectors are not the greatest, so I get different ones that are better. And again, very important when you're connecting all these connectors and stuff, whether it's crimping or whether it's you're joining 2 wires and soldering, always remember heat shrink or sleeves or whatever go on first. It's very important. Okay. We got our power. We got our everything wired up. Now what we need to do is, let's see, where are they? They're not here. They should have been here. I guess I'll grab it from the stack. Here we go. I need to grab a couple of power supplies. Input. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. I keep forgetting to put my tools back where they're supposed to go. That goes up here. I'll get the hang of it soon enough. So what are you guys doing for the 4th? Any plans, anyone? I'll be here in the homestead, well, this homestead. And so I'm looking forward to a nice, peaceful night. All right. We have our power supplies and we have our power supply in place. Everything's connected. So now it's simply a matter of plugging it in and setting the well, they're bootstraps, but setting the power, regulating the power. It's got to be they come set to 5 volts and they got to go to 12 and 24. So here we go, powering on. Boonk. We have power, 5.35, 5.73. Oh, gee. All right, so here we go. This will go to 24. And this one will go to 12. Okay, 24 and 12. We're good to go. Power off. And before I forget which is which, very important, connect the 12 volt. Okay. And now we'll connect the 24 volts supply side. Boom. And boom. And then pretty soon, we're going to be, well, we got to wire up the panel. Let's see who came in. Okay, William, how's it going? Just tuning in. Is there a problem with the streaming? Pictures appears to be low res. Ooh, that's a good question. Let me reboot my stream. I will be back in 2 shakes. See if it clears up any. Is that any better, folks? Just curious. Let's see. And friend's house and drink. That's a good thing. Fourth, to get on building my stand to hold the Gatton CNC. Excellent. And how's it going, Big D? Good to see you. Yeah, it's let me see something here. Man, nothing we can do. Cameras it is what it is. All right. So let me get this, which is the 24 volt side. All right. Yeah. And now the 12 volt side. Let's see, long, short, long. All right. That one didn't look good. Let me restrip it. There we go. Okay, folks. So we have both power ready to go. So let me just go ahead and secure that on here. Where's the smoke? Had to mow my yard for the 4th. We're leaving to go camping tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. Magic smoke. Not from these machines. Okay. Not from these machines. And I hear someone's come in. Looks like it's Mr. Russ Meadows. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. I'm in my customary position.
Ah, yes. Waiting for the wife at the grocery store?
At the Wally World, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You know me very well.
Well, what I'm trying to figure out is how do you go there so often? I mean, I like Wally World as much as the next person, but that's an awful, once a month. That's it for me.
No, not for her.
Well, then again, no, groceries. Yeah, groceries once a week. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I do the Sam's thing, but
yeah, we do there, but we do them once every couple of 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
So I see you working today.
Yeah, this is the last box. Well, it was going to be the last box, and I just got another order in. So, so now, yeah.
Was that mine? Was that last order mine?
I don't remember you ordering one. What was it you? Did you order one? Hang on a second. No, I don't remember who it was. Give me a second. I'll look right now. I didn't know. So I didn't know if you were joking or not.
I'm kind of joking, but I haven't. I'm going to. I just haven't done it yet.
All right.
I'm working up the funds, but I might have to give you a little break time between before I get it.
I hear you. All right, let's see who we got here.
If Trumpy gives me my my second stimulus, then I might see my difference in that time frame.
Oh, unless your name is Charlie, it's not you.
Well, it is. It is Charlie.
Yeah.
I'm telling the truth.
I must have the wrong. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're a
Charles Russell.
That's true. That's true.
By God, it could be me.
Yeah.
If it's coming to Beaumont, Texas, it's mine, by God.
It's not. All right. So here we go. We've got everything hooked up here, and great. Ran out of. Oh, good. I got one left here. I always leave a pack of zip. I'm going to put the zip ties up here because I use them so often that there's no sense in me reaching out and grabbing a bunch, reaching out and grabbing a bunch. And then the worst part is every time you grab a bunch of zip ties, 2 or 3 scatter on the ground. There we go. I'm gonna grab a bunch as carefully as I can. I just lost like 4 or 5 of them.
Oh man.
You know
the problem I have with zip ties, and guaranteed you've used them a lot more often here lately than I have, but every time I go to use one, I always put the thing on backwards so it doesn't lock. And it aggravates me to no end. I got to take it back off and turn it over and put it in the other way.
I always feel for the which side is which.
Yeah.
And I mean, because obviously for those of you who know zip ties, the side with the head, obviously it goes in this way, and this one curves toward the way it goes. So you could always. So sometimes I agree. Sometimes it's twisted halfway when you're around something and you go, huh? But no, it's all right. So here we go. I am going to plug in and check the fans. Fan check. Everything's running great. Air blowing. 12, 24. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's a beautiful sight. Lots of colors, lots of bright lights, lots of colors. Ooh, look at that.
Look at them colors.
Ow.
And it's slicker than a bug's butt.
As I drop my pair of dikes right pointy end first on my leg.
Never a good thing.
No, that's the way they always go that way. Do me a favor and keep the crowd company for a second. Let me see. The world is full of people that are gonna do. Huh? Oh yeah, that's true. Well, in that case, just tell them a story. I'll be back in less than 2 minutes. Got to get something.
Hope y'all can hold y'all's breath for 2 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd talk to you if I could see you. Let me pull up the chat. Well, shoot. How come I can't see the chat? There. Here we go. Hello, Big D. And Clyde. Oh, Dave, I see your comment. Yeah. That's all right. I got yours after I said I was gonna do it. So I'm gonna get his, but it's gonna take me a minute or two. Wait a minute, there was so much rejoicing. For what? When he got up? Believe me, you wanted him to go because that man had to go to the bathroom. I did. I didn't watch the whole thing. I did watch about half of it. I watched the one where Becky was talking. Is that the one you're referring to? Well, here's what I'm thinking. I just I've just upgraded to VCarve Pro version 10 about a week ago, and they told me that any updates that come within the next 3 months, I will get. So I'm hoping they've pushed this thing out before the 3 months is up. Oh yeah, that laser module is gonna be sweet.
Drop my headphones. There we go. Ah. Oh, did we lose Russ? I guess we did. Don't hit, not that button.
Not that button. I was gonna tell you. I was trying to get back into the screen portion and off the chat, and I couldn't do it, so I hit the back button, and it took me right out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tends to do that.
Yeah. Oh, you went and got you an ice cream?
Yeah.
That the
I've been
Haagen-Dazs?
at this. I've been at this all day. I owe myself. Yeah, Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, Haagen-Dazs is pretty good, but I love my Bluebell.
Love my Haagen-Dazs.
I like that too.
Ah.
Yeah, as soon as we get home, I'll probably join the chat if y'all are still on.
Yeah, I'll be here a while. All I got to do now is, if I'm not mistaken, should be 29. Let me see, how many are there? 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 12, 9, 21.
Uh-oh.
Not a problem.
Well, it kind of seems like if it's supposed to be 29.
21.
Okay.
Yep. $12 on this side, 9 on this, the test, and then we're done. Well, the test will tell us if we're done. The long consuming part is the soldering of these cables here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the soldering of the motor connectors and all that.
Yeah.
Big D is enjoying some Kung Pao chicken.
Well, you can have that. I like a lot of Chinese food, but I've never had that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like that fried rice, man. I love that egg fried rice.
Mm. Well,
You're done, man. Back to work. Let's get it.
not done yet.
Gotta get that last little
There's
piece of
still
chocolate off
chocolate
it.
left on this.
Yeah, I knew it.
Done. All right. Let us begin. All right. Okay, so these 4. Oh, my bad. Not just 21. It's and I'll count them down with you. 21 plus 16, so it's 35. because I've got 4 connectors of this to. Okay, so 35 connections left. All right. So
35 connections and then the test.
And then the test. All right.
You'll
So
have
here
that
we go.
done before tonight's show's over with, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. I'll be half an hour. I'll be done with the in less than half an hour. I'll be done with this. All right. So we'll grab one. They're all identical. All 4 of these at the moment, and then red, blue, black, yellow. All right. And then we just 35, 30, come on, 34, 33, 32, 31 left. 31 left. All right. Next batch. That was the Z. Let's go for the A. Trim them all the same height. Give them a nice little haircut. Ye old stripping. Ye old twisting of the wires. Can you imagine 231 connections and every single one I got to do this?
Yep. I sure can.
Yeah, you can imagine. All right. And I'll grab another one of these. Let's see here. This one's good. Yeah.
Do you remember the old Heathkit Corporation? They had those.
Of course.
I
kids.
always wanted to get one of those TVs when I was younger, in my 20s, before I went in the Navy.
Yeah.
I always wanted to get one of those and put one of them together. And when I got to the fleet, one of the guys in charge had built one, and he said those things
30.
were sweet.
29.
Sweet. And that's all that soldering back in the day.
28. 27. Yeah. Yeah. I remember those days all too well. But I enjoyed those days. I still enjoy them.
Too.
This is basically my own homemade Heathkit.
Yeah,
sort of.
pretty much. They had a lot of good stuff. Too bad they're not around anymore.
Yeah, it's a shame too. Those would have been some fun kit. Well, no, you know what? Nowadays, Arduino and Raspberry Pi have basically replaced them because instead of soldering, you're still doing a bunch of different things and all that, but now you're programming more than anything else.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, my son-in-law tried to tell me to, when I retired, I need to get into the Arduinos, and with the background that I have, and I said, man, I don't feel like learning nothing else.
Yeah.
I don't feel like learning to
26,
program
25,
anything.
24, 23. No, 23. Am I off? Let me see. I got 21 connections here and 4 more, so 25 connections left. Sorry. Well, whatever. Okay. 25 connections left. And whoosh, these are the last 4 of this thing. At least I think. I'm probably off by a few. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I think that's pretty much it.
Well, you'll find out in 25 more
25 connections. Yeah. All righty. Oh, that one's a little short. Can't have that.
Oh, you're welcome, Dave. It was my honor, sir. I'm fixing to hit the back button.
Yeah.
It's going to knock me out again. I can't get off. Let me try clicking that X. Oh, that's all I got to do.
Oh.
Instead of the back. Boy, I learned something new. An old dog here. You know how it is.
And they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah, hit the X, not the back button, but then not that X.
21. Okay, we got 21 connections left, folks. 21 connections left. And they're all on this board.
How many of y'all are taking bets out there in the chat?
Yeah, let's take bets because okay. Okay. Usually there's a depending on how how the motors are wired and stuff, there's a 50-50 chance that a motor will run in the wrong direction.
And that's a fail.
I always rewire them for that.
Anything is a fail.
Anything is a fail. Well, if anything's a fail, no, but you got to say what kind of fail. Like
you can't quantify.
Okay, here are the different types of fails.
A fail is a fail.
A motor not working.
Mm-hmm.
A motor in the reverse direction.
Mm-hmm.
An input switch not working.
Mm-hmm.
An input switch shorted with another input switch. Because that happens because we're talking close quarter soldering here. This is
right.
You know. And then let's see what other things can have happened. I don't want to say can happen, have happened. Well, motors fail for different reasons. Number one, if I miswire them, and if I'm talking to you guys, odds are I'm going to miswire
chance.
So, like I said, I got 21 connections left. Hang on.
All right, folks in the chat. Any fail that he has to redo, he loses.
I don't lose anything.
No, but
I never
have to redo it.
That I got to redo, but I guarantee you, by the end of this chat here, this is going to work. 100 to 1.
That's 100 to 1, folks. I heard a challenge in there.
Yeah, well, there's something you got to know about my 100 to 1s. When I say 100 to 1,
you mean penny?
I say 1,000 to 1. I say a lot of different numbers, but when I say 100 to 1, I have yet to say 100 to 1 and have it not come true. Because that's why I don't say it unless I'm 100% sure.
All right, guys, y'all heard it. You heard him now.
So whether it works or not at the first shot, it will work by the end of this session, barring any power outage, anything like that. Okay. That was 20 left. Now it's 19 left.
Yeah, Clyde says cold solder joint could be called one of them. Not in Javi's case. I haven't seen a cold solder joint or heard of one yet.
No. I don't do cold solder joints. Okay, that was 18. I got 18.
Now get all those wires twisted right because you don't want to stray when hanging off, touch something else.
That's right. That's happened too.
Yeah.
What's more is I have a habit right now of going over to the garbage can and going click and aiming toward the garbage can. Because you know what's also happened? I went click and one little wire fell right underneath where the board was.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Took me forever. Why is that shorting out? Why is that shorting out? It's nothing burned out or anything, but it shorted out. And it was, sure enough, it was the it was because of that. Because I had screwed the board down and it was on a piece of sliver.
Wow.
Just located in the right place. You could unscrew the board, blow the thing, and it would move over, and you'd never have that issue.
Mm-hmm.
Just so happens. And then I verify. Plus 5 volt. Plus 5 volt. Good. Center. Center. And the other one is obviously the other one. Okay, that's 15 left. 15 left. Here we go. We're getting close to the wire, folks.
Clyde's going to go get him a cup of coffee, but he's going to be back real fast because he wants to make sure you don't miss it when you test him.
Oh, don't you worry. You got time. You got time. $14, $13, $12. Double check. Yep. 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 Okay. 12 left. These two are easy. This is the spindle. DAC in common. Now we got our 12 volts. Where are they? Here's one. And here's the other. Sorry, 24 volt. And with that, I'm down to 8 after this. And the 8 are the 4 inputs and the 4 outputs. They're easy to connect. However, I got to test which is which. So let me do that while I'm... Okay, so there we go.
Uh-oh. I'm not going to find out during this show. My wife just showed up.
Well, if you make it home, you got another 10 minutes or so.
Won't be that quick.
Well, you may find out after.
Yeah, I'll see you, folks.
Well, I got a while to test, so it might be another 20 minutes.
All right. I'll see you later.
See you later. Oh, folks, here we go. So let's see. Any bets here? All right. So this is the input. So let's see. Input number 4. Next is input number 2. 6 to go, folks. 6 to go, and we'll find out. Input number 3. And I'm just going to chance that that one is correct. Process of elimination. All right, now we have the outputs. The last 4 connections. On the last box that I'm going to be doing for, well, I don't know. Might be the one that I'm doing for a while. Who knows? Output 4. The tension is so thick, you can cut it with a knife. 3. Output number 3. 3 connections left, guys. 3 connections left. Will it work? Will it test properly? Will it work? Dun, dun, dun. Output number 1. And of course, the last one is output number 2, because that's what's left. All right. The connections are done. Let me do a little bit of assembly here. I'm not going to neaten up the wires until I'm sure it works, but I am going to connect everything up. Slip in the panel. I always like to bend all the wires and bundle them up here. That'll get the wires out of the way in case, I don't want them anywhere near the fans. Put this up here. Put this here. All right. And now position the board in its final location. There we go. And screw it in. Smoke test coming up. Oh, zoom, zoom, squeak is here. Dan, you're going to see the true test. Will it work? Will it work? Will it work? I believe it will. What I believe. All right. So, now, the final step, the connections. This one is over here. This one is yellow, green, blue. Then we have, again, green, we have red, we have yellow, and last but not least, folks, we have blue. So here we go. And I will show you guys. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put everything in a nice, convenient location for you. Yeah, this is good. All right. These are the red. This is my test box. Red, green, blue. This is the motor, which you will hear it spinning. And this is the box, which you will see it lighting eventually. Let's see. Computer. Connect the... Where are you? Here we go. Connect the USB port. Connecting the power. And here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Make sure the computer's on. Come on. Why is the computer... It's on. It's just for some reason or another, it's... I don't know if it's locked up or what. We shall give it a second. Oh, here we go. We're almost there, folks. We're almost there. All right. Reset. All right. I will let you guys actually see the computer. You may be able to see everything. Let me see if... This is going to be a little awkward, but there we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, you guys can probably see the tests here. I'm about to turn this on. Power's up. Hit the reset button. Now, we're going to check for 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is test number 1. Make sure it's all connected. All reset. And sure enough, something's going on. I know I connected that. I better it's the program. Is this the right control? Yeah, it is. There we go. All right, let's try this again, shall we? Moving the computer around too often. 1. There you go. There's 1. This is 1. 2. This is 2. 3. 3 and 4 shorted together. Oh, no, it isn't. For a split second, it looked like it was, but yeah. Something's going on there. Something's going on. Yeah, now it's working, but that's really weird. 1, ooh, 2. I have a feeling it might be a ground issue, but it's a beautiful thing. Let's see. I don't know if you noticed any of that, but let me. It might also be the program because I just rebooted the computer. So, well, now here we go with the lights, the output tests. So M3. See, both lights should not be on. It should be only one light. So there is a short in this plug, but that's easy to fix. M4 should, again, bam. It should only light this one, but both of these are lit, so there's the short. So no problem. M5 turns them off. M7, good. M8, good. M9. And let me check again. The voltage should be near 10. It's 9.69 S12,000. That's a half-speed spindle. Should be around 5. It is. So we're good to go with all the tests. We just have to check the shorts. Yeah. All right. So now for the motors. Reset. Here come the motor tests. Good. Good. That's the X motor. Turn this off. Z motor. Good. Good. Now the Y motor. Oh. Y motor has an issue. And now the A motor. Probably have the same issue. No. A motor works perfectly fine. Okay, so we got an issue with the Y. I suspect I crossed 2 wires. That's my suspicion. Let's see what it is. Let's see what happens. So many wires to keep track of. Power off. Now let's do some investigative work here. Blurry again, guys. Let me see if let me reload my page again and see if I can. That's I can't help it. That's that's CenturyLink. It's a I don't know if it's any better now, guys. Goodness gracious. All I do is move the mouse and it goes to the wrong thing. Let's see. Made couplings today across the streams. All right, so let's go again with 1, 2, 3, and 4 and see what happens. Continuity check. Now, this is number 1 or 4. Let me see. 4. Everything else is fine. 3. Good. 2. Oh. Seems to be a little problem with number 2. Looking for my long, thin screwdriver, folks. Give me a sec. And as usual, I didn't put it where I'm supposed to put it now that I have my workbench. Oh, it fell. Seems to be fine. Okay, number 1. Okay, now I know that 2 of the outputs are shorted, so 4, 3, and 2 and 1 are probably shorted. No, it's not. So I wonder if there's a wire underneath there that's messed up. All right. Like I said, I'm not stopping until this thing's working right. Great. My little... Nope, nothing in the way. Still a little baffled. Checking on the power now. Make sure I got the power supply correct. This is positive. This is negative. Positive and negative. Positive and negative. Positive and negative. Going to the... Yeah, 24 volt side. Not going crazy. Let's try again, guys. I don't know what in the world's going on here, but every now and then it might be a bad board. It would be my first, but let's see what happens. Oh, you know what I suspect? Remember, I rebooted the computer and I didn't start the Mach 3, so I have a feeling I'm going to start up the Mach 3 again and then see what happens. Because I bet you, I'm willing to bet that it's a bad USB connection. Let's find out. All right. First, let's just see if it works in the condition it's in. 1. Yeah, something's royally messed up there. Okay. End session? Yes. And I'm going to connect it in a different port. All right. I know this thing says it's 24 volts, but I'm going to confirm it. 100 to 1. Yep. Well, like I said, 100 to 1, I'll have it done by the time I finish this, so that's not a problem. Because I can have this session end as late as I want. 24 volts. All right. Rebooting the computer, because if all else fails, that's likely it. My suspicion, it might be a bad board. And if so, no big deal. I'm swap it out and I've got 3 or 4. Swap it out and then have it exchange. Yeah, 100 to 1. That is the one. Let's see. Mach 3. Yes, that is a razor. So is Mach 4 and Mach 5. But Mach 3 and Mach 4 are also wonderful little programs here. And hark, I hear the Rustman cometh. As soon as I can get this mouse working. There it is.
All right. I'm back.
Well, you want the good news or the bad news?
Well, what is your 100 to 1 still intact?
Well, I haven't closed the session yet, so my 100 to 1 is still intact. And it won't take me that long to replace this board if that's what it is. But
what I'm looking for,
the motors work 100% fine.
Okay.
The inputs and outputs are iffy, and
all right.
You know what it might be? No, that's not it.
Here it is now.
I haven't checked the grounds yet, though.
Yeah. Any failure is a failure of that 100 to 1. If you have to go back and redo anything for any reason,
go back and check. Go back and read the transcript. You will see that I said 100 to 1. I will, even if something's wrong, I will have it fixed by the end of the session.
That's not what a bet was.
That is exactly what I said. And you go back, you go back and read it, because that's it. I'm rebooting the computer in the hopes that it was some kind of weird, issue there with the computer. But if not, all I got is 21 connections and it'll work again.
Well, Dave said it's on shaky ground, though.
Yeah, shaky ground or not, that's what I said.
Yeah, I know what you said. I heard you.
Apparently not.
Oh, I heard you. but I disagreed with it. A fail is a fail. If it don't work the first time.
I agree. A fail is a fail. There's a 75% chance with all these components that something is not going to work.
You could put a brand new component in it.
Out of the 30 boxes that I built, maybe 5 or 6 of them have been like, maybe more, maybe like 10. About a third of them have been spot on perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But the
love it when it's like that.
The rest, it's either a reversed motor or 4 or something else, So
yeah, Jim Dockwell just joined us.
The funny part is, most of the time, hey Jim, most of the time, it's the motors that are the issue, not the switches. This is very weird that the switches are the issue. But again, restarting the computer. For all I know, nothing was wrong except it was the computer because I put it to sleep, and then you know what happens when you.
Yeah. Well, you might be right, but Dave's going to be joining.
I doubt it. I suspect the way it's acting. I suspect it's the board because something is really weird. I hit input number 1 on my box, which closes the contacts for input number 1. Now, red, green, blue. Make sure I have them connected in the right place. Yeah, red, green, blue. Okay. And then what happens is all of them light up, and then 3 of them fade, and one remains.
Mm-hmm.
What's that all about? And then input number 2, same thing. All of them light up, and then.
Well, that if it does it on both, then not usually the switch, huh?
Yeah.
Dave said he's going to join in a minute just to bug me.
Okay.
Well, he's looking for Russ, but I'm not Russ right now. I'm Rusty. So he ain't going to find me.
There you go. Oh, okay. He's got to look for Rusty then.
Yep.
Hey, I just realized what was wrong.
All
right, got it.
Let it come up.
I got it. I think I got it. Hang on. Inputs. Yep. No. Wait. Let me make sure that's right. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm blanking out on this. I'm trying to remember if inputs were power or ground.
I never heard you say, so I can't help you.
Yeah. Because I think if I do have the ground and the inputs reversed, then that's why it's doing. No, because it would never. Oh, wait a second. No, maybe it would. Wow. Well, let me just check it now real quick.
William says loose nut on the terminal.
A loose nut in the head, maybe, but in the terminal, no. No, that wouldn't cause so many errors. Okay, power on. Yeah, see, they all light up. So I betcha. Yeah, I betcha I've got the power. I'm going to check by opening another box because give me a second.
All right, folks.
There's Dave to keep you company.
I don't think you're going to bug me, Dave. My name is Rusty.
Oh, that's right. That's right. All right. Well, what did I miss from shutting off that computer in there and coming in here?
He got a wild idea in his head to see what he thinks is wrong. He's checking another box to make sure.
I think because I'm building so many damn boxes, and I know this is cliche, but I think I got my wires crossed.
Now, who is Zoom Squeak?
That is my friend Dan.
Okay, he says maybe the light was bleeding over from one light to another.
I thought about that, but okay, no, yeah, it's definitely correct here. No, I'm okay. Based on based on everything I see here, unless there's, I did continuity checks on all the connectors, and the connectors are fine. I suspect, I'm not going to say 100 to 1,
Miswired.
but I suspect it's the. I suspect it's a bad board. This will be my first bad board.
What are the odds of that? 100 to 1?
Well, 1 out of 36. How's that? How's that for odds? All right. So let me do that.
Oh.
Okay, the motor's spinning fine. Let me double check this power again. M3. Yeah, M3 hits both of them. Yeah, there's. Let me do the old.
Your hammer's not big enough, man.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me just double check because that's output. You know what? I'm gonna swap the board. And if it happens again,
It ain't the board.
then I know it was a board. I mean, I know it wasn't the board.
Exactly what I said.
It's a lot faster for me to swap the board than it is to test anything else. So
Clyde's saying you need a schematic diagram.
I have a schematic diagram in my head. I've done 36 of these.
Mike Bell said you need to read the instructions.
Ha!
He made them up. They're in his head.
Instruction? No such thing.
We don't need no stinking instruction.
These are Chinese.
Yeah, you couldn't read them if you had them.
Yeah, exactly. This is the part that I got to go through with every single one of these. Open up all the terminals.
Uh-huh.
I bet you, because this has happened before, something similar, and then I go, I wonder what's wrong, and halfway throughout trying to solve it, I go, oh, man, it was so simple.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure I got nothing plugged in, and I don't. And here goes the redoing.
I don't know why Mike Bell's talking about your knees. Javi knees.
Me?
Well, he said all the instructions in Javi knees.
Oh, Javi knees.
Yeah, Javi knees.
Yeah. Havanese. They are. Okay, all of these are, all of these things are correct so far.
There's just one wire off.
I wish it was one wire, but there are 3 separate problems.
Yeah.
The reason why I suspect it's a bad board, because, well, number one, I know how the board is designed, because I've seen the schematic of the board. And the thing is, the fact that two outputs light up at the same time and multiple inputs flicker on and flicker off. No, there's an issue there. And if I knew that this guy for certain would never need any inputs and outputs, then, I'd send it out and say, have a nice day, because this is as good as the Xylotech right now, because it'll run the it'll run the 4 motors, but it won't have any inputs and outputs.
Mm-hmm.
And but no, that's not what we want. So we're down to, let's see, 12 and 9, 21 minus 5, whatever that is.
16.
Thank you. 16. See, these are all colored the same, so I don't want to take them out at the same time.
I hear that.
And I got to retest them and stuff. So, but as soon as I get to the other wires, I can do 2 or 3 at a time. I remember I was doing something similar to this once, and I started taking apart one board and putting them on all to the other one, and I forgot which board was which, and I put it all back on the original board.
I'm not gonna laugh at that, but I am. I've done the same dad blasted thing.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I forgot which one was which. I took a shot.
Which one was I replacing? Which is the source and which is the no clue. Yellow, black, blue.
Yeah, Clyde the Bonnie says.
It's the darndest thing. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that too, Clyde. Clyde
my
says
biggest mistake, I think my biggest mistake was testing it on a live, because you know what happens on a live.
Yeah, if anything can go wrong,
if anything can go wrong, and it's not like there are so many things that have gone wrong with these that I can easily fix, and I know I know exactly what that is.
Mm-hmm.
This is one that I have never seen in my life before, and come on, for it to in 36 assemblies not to see something. Luckily, if all goes well with this one, my diagnostic skills remain
intact. Unbeatable. There you go.
Okay. Now, you know what? I'm not going to wire the motors because I want to test the inputs. And I don't need the motors for the inputs. So let me just work on this first. Okay, here we go. Everything a step at a time. There we go. Plug. Reset. We have power. We have power. We have the second power. Why there is a voltage showing is beyond me. M5. Huh.
Well, what's the story?
I'll tell you right now. Let me see. M3. First, again, the 2 lights turn on. Something I wired something wrong somewhere.
That's what my thought is.
Or I'm missing a ground. Or a ground is off.
That could be as well.
But there are 2 grounds. There are 2 positives. Okay, here's the positive. The positive is wired to. Oh yeah, let me check the power supply. Maybe I got them backwards there or something. No, then it wouldn't turn on. Hang on. Positive and negative is correct.
Bill says, place your bets. By God, if he has to fix this thing before this show is over with, you might get your 100 to 1.
Yeah, but no bets were placed, so it work. And I don't gamble, so it doesn't make any difference anyway. All right, so let me just try.
Well, we know it wasn't a board.
Well, apparently, because they're both doing the same thing. The only thing I could see, maybe it's the. Okay, so that works. That works. Then again, these 2 or 3 boards I did get from a different manufacturer, so. But I doubt it's. No, I mean, I'm trying to think what could cause this. Okay, so output. Let me see something. Yeah. I never did check, and I should have, and I normally do, if the common on any of these is shorted to any of the other pins. I thought I checked, but
I love live shows.
I'm telling you. See, that's why I don't do them.
okay, that should be there.
Yeah, Zoom had a comment that I believe he's telling the truth.
You don't know what it is to try, until you have to look for something missing.
Missing, broken, or wired wrong.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This is
I'm looking at the same color.
I'm looking at this, and this is all so simple. And I'm thinking, okay, so let me make sure everything's, V plus is V plus, V minus is V minus. The 4 are here.
He asked, it says, is your name really Geraldo? Get everybody all built up, and there's nothing in the chamber that he opened.
Yeah, there you go.
I shouldn't have said that. I can see the hairs on the back of your head standing up from frustration.
Yeah, well, I got another one, but I don't want to keep opening them up because I have a feeling.
They don't go bad in the air, man. It's okay if they're unsealed.
But I'm just where?
That sounds like it's going to be one that you have to completely rewire from the beginning, or check every wire.
That's it. It's
to be able to get to every wire.
I'm looking at. There's not that many wires right now. Okay, so look, we've got. There's four wires in here. In fact, I'll disconnect 2 of them, just so that there's. Let me check if the spindle's shorted, but the spindle shouldn't be shorted either. Yeah. Spindle's fine. So,
Well, William said you said they were from a different source. He's asking if all the pins are the same order.
yeah, they're all identical. They're all. It's the same board. It's the same board. I put my chip on it, but it's the same board. Now, and the driver works perfectly fine. So there is something. Is 24 volt. Right now, the only thing going, there's no 36 volt. There's no drivers. No drivers are connected. That section works fine. I've only got inputs and outputs, okay? 4 inputs, 4 outputs. And all it takes is one wire being way off and you know, or shorted or something. But clearly, this is the way I've been wiring them for I don't know how long. I'm okay. There's I've got my 24 volt supply. When I turn on the power and click reset, what the hell? Now it doesn't do it this time. Oh no, because that's not on. Okay, so let me check something out here. Okay, so I'm going to plug in only the spindle. What the?
That didn't sound good.
That's the fan hitting the thing behind it. I pushed the thing back. Okay, let me hit the spindle again. The spindle is actually, for some reason or another, the spindle's putting out voltage. It should not put out voltage. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to disconnect one by one each of these outputs and inputs. Let me see what we got here. So, no, they're not connected. What the hell's going on? Oh, they might be shorting each other out. Let me see. Let me see if... Okay, so let me do this. That didn't do a thing. This. Nope. This. Nope. And this. Okay, nope. What do we got here? This. Nope. 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 Okay. It's USB related. I got 4 wires coming into here right now. 4. 2 of them are 24 volt, and I'll double check that right now. And 2 of them are spindle output. All right. Let me... That is messed up. All right, so it's really messed up. It really is. Okay, so 24. I got 24 volts out of here, and the spindle.
If you got it turned on, huh?
4.21. That's exactly what the meter's reading. So now I am going to.
You haven't been hitting that amaretto today, have you?
I'm going to disconnect it.
Maybe you should.
Maybe you. That was my next statement.
Maybe I should indeed.
I know what it was. It was that ice cream.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Dropped the ice cream down in there.
That was it.
That chocolate got on it and gummed it all up.
Let me see. I got another USB port. Let me try this one.
Where is 214?
Okay, now I need another USB cable. I don't know what the hell I'm trying these for. I'm willing to bet. Hang on. I've bet enough today. Where's my other one? Here it is. Here's this one. Let me just connect those 4 wires only. You know what? I wonder if one of those 2 wires is the problem. Common is common. DAC is power. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if this does the same thing on the other board.
You have 4 inputs on there and 4 outputs, you were saying?
Yeah.
Is there a way you can hook up 1 input and at a time and try it?
I just did. I took them off one by one.
Yeah. And nothing changed.
Nope.
Well, that seems like it would have eliminated what I was thinking. Oh, Zoom says maybe it's time for a pee break. Said sometimes it's better to walk away for a few minutes and come back fresh. He said during that time.
He's absolutely right.
Yeah,
right.
During that time, he said he usually goes outside and throws a few wrenches at trees to get the frustration out.
I hear you. All right, so I mean, it's very rare that one of these boards goes bad. But it looks like both of these boards have gone bad. Because look, okay. Let me see. Okay, now I'm going to try something here. Reset. S24,000.
Mike Bell asks if you have a bad spindle connector shorting out.
Now it's hang on, M3. Okay, this one's operating perfectly. This one is definitely a bad board. This is the second board I put in. I put the first one back. That one's a bad board.
The second one.
Yeah, and I have a feeling the first one's bad also. The first one is reading, right now it's reading, I turned on. All right, the only thing I have connected to it, well, I have drivers connected to it, but the only thing I have connected to it is power, 12 volts, and he had to leave. His dog is complaining, but the only thing I have connected to it is the spindle meter, the power voltage meter for the spindle, and the 24 volts. Those 4 wires. The only way, so one of them will energize the board. The other one will power it up when it's running. And sure enough, I see power when it's running. If I go to S12,000, there it is at half power. So S24,000, that part's fine. Now, let me check the outputs. Output number, where's output number 1? Output number 1. Oh yeah, I got to M3 it. No, I did M3 it. Okay. Red and green.
Russ, I tried something new tonight.
I'm afraid to hear. What was it?
Well, I was weeding earlier, and the biggest problem I have weeding is these right here.
I know.
Out. And I messed one letter up.
Uh-huh.
But I thought, well, I guess it's time to break out those what are they called? The mats that like the cricket and the silhouette use. Because I've been saving my little scrap pieces.
Yeah.
So I put one of those on there, stuck
You
it in.
cut a new letter, didn't you?
Well, I went ahead and recut the whole thing.
Okay.
It was one of those little senior paddles I was doing. So it had class of, let's see, the one I messed up was class of 99, I think. And I messed up the O in of. But instead of just trying to do just that letter, I just went ahead and redid the whole thing because it would fit on that that scrap piece, and it works great using that thing. Because that little scrap piece wasn't but that big.
Yeah.
But you just stick it to the corner of the thing and set your origin right, and boom.
Yeah.
Worked good.
That's why my wife has an old basket full of scrap pieces that I would have thrown away, but she says, I might need those.
Yeah. You never know when you just need a little something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I hadn't, I got that pack. I bought a 3-pack of those mats.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't even opened them up. And so that was my first try at doing that.
Yeah. Yes. Gatton for the win, by God.
Yes, sir. I got stuff out of sequence here, and I don't know where that other order went.
Uh-oh.
I better investigate.
Go get your Sherlock Holmes cap and your pipe.
Nah, just go look at my website stuff. It'll tell me.
Okay, input number 1 is working.
Outstanding. That means you've narrowed
I'm
it
doing
down.
one by one. I'm taking my time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what the hell went on with this, but
and you're back on here. Oh, you're back on the original board, you said.
Yeah, and it's working fine. Hang on.
You didn't hold your tongue right when you screwed that thing together.
Yeah, must have been it.
Oh, hey, Alex, everything's cool, man. What's going on with you? Alex says, cut the red, Javi, not the green one.
Now, see, now this is messed up. Now this is messed up.
Input number 2?
I just put number 2 in, and guess what happens? Hang on. This is the part that's confusing as hell. All right, so let me put in number 2. All right, and I'm going to reset. All right, so if I hit input number 1, now that number 2 is in both of them, so the only thing that leads me to think is that maybe I've got a bad contact with my own stuff. Hang on. Yep. There's a bad contact somewhere. Nope, maybe not. What the hell?
You want me to come down there and fix that thing for you? I'll charge you the price of a new one, by God. That's all. No more, no less.
Yeah, there's something wrong with this.
Well, if it only happens when you put input 2 in, input 1 works.
This is the strangest thing that's happening right now. Strangest thing, red, green, blue. I'm verifying that something weird is happening because, oh, you know what? No, I'm thinking maybe I mixed the ground up, but because the last time something similar to this happened, I mixed the ground. I hit input 1, input 2, input 3, input 4, and it shows that input 1 and 2 are
shorted together.
Okay. Here's.
If they come on at the same time, they're shorted together somewhere.
Okay. Follow me on this. I've got 4 switches. All right.
I'm just getting my scanner. I'm going to the room.
They've got input 1, input 2. Hang on. Let me wait till you're ready. This will take some concentration. That's messed up. It's just messed up.
I'm not understanding though. If you've if input 1 worked by itself,
right? Yeah, input 1 works by itself. Wait a second.
Two.
Wait a second. Now I have 2 wires in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These wires, just so you know, forget the outputs. Those are the lights. Mm-hmm. These are the inputs. Mm-hmm. 4 simple switches. Mm-hmm. Common ground, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 4 switch. So this shorts the ground when I press it. This shorts the ground when I press it. Number 2. This shorts the ground. The 3rd wire. This shorts the ground. The 4th. So now in a 5-pin DIN connector, let's see, from your angle, the leftmost one shorts the ground when I press 1. This one shorts the ground when I press 2. This one shorts the ground when I press 3. And this one shorts the ground when I press 4. All right? All right. So ground is ground.
Yeah.
Ground is, and I double checked, ground is common, is connected to ground. Here's the ground. It's connected to ground, and nothing else is connected to it. Now, there are 4 yellow wires. Okay? They're not touching anything. Right now, they're disconnected. I connect 1 wire, and any button I hit will set off input number 1. What does that tell you?
You have a problem.
There's no short.
Houston, you have a problem.
There's no short. Yeah, major problem. Because I'm hitting 1. And now when I hit input number 2, both 1 and 2.
Right, but when you hit just input 1, that comes on like it's supposed to. Yeah. But when you hit input 2,
no, when I attach the 2nd wire, and I hit input 2, both input 1 and input 2 come on. And then when I hit input 1 now with both wires attached, both of them come on. As if they were shorted. But here's what happens. I'm going to put my fingers up. This is hang on.
Fireworks are going off. That's why my dogs are barking.
I wish I could tell you what's happening, but every time I press a button, something different happens.
Oh, shoot,
sometimes both light up and then one fades.
man.
Sometimes one lights up. Sometimes none light up. Oh, and by the way, I've only got 2 wires connected here. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 or whatever, but all 4 buttons. These 2 are not connected.
Yeah.
Not connected.
It's a short
all
in there.
4 buttons are doing. It's as if it's an inductive circuit that anytime there's just, like radio frequency, it'll set it off.
And it did that on both boards.
No.
It didn't do it on the second board. Did you show the second board?
The other board didn't have that problem. The other board had the problem with the spindle voltage.
Yeah.
This with the spindle voltage is fine. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna open up the third board. Because if those 2 other boards are bad, hell, I'll return them. But
you can just hook up VAC and ground and the inputs just to check them on that.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I do with. That's what I go with.
That's what I'm going to do. In fact, I'm going to do one better.
Yeah. And Alex says he thinks it sounds like a faulty switch. It kind of sounds like that to me as well.
I just tested the switch again.
And Bill said, take the ground off and do any of the buttons still light up?
Well, it's not about lighting up. Oh yeah, these buttons here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plug this in and I'm going to wire the 24 volts to it. And only the 24 volts. And I'm going to use leads to short out the switches, and test them that way.
Mike Bell asks if your grounds are running back to the correct power supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, every one of those is a valid question, and I checked every single one of those questions. I'm way ahead of you.
By both lights coming on. It sounds to me like it just sounds like a short somewhere.
Well, the thing is, it's not likely that it's a bad board, but you know what? It happens.
Yeah. Alex told me to shut off my pacemaker. I ain't old enough for a pacemaker yet. Come on. I'm close, but I'm not there.
Okay, here I go. I'm going to connect voltage minus. And before I connect voltage plus, I'm going to measure with my trusty Klein measuring tool. Make sure that this is 24 volts.
That's what the problem is right there.
It's
Klein measuring tool. Man, I'm a fluke man.
It's 24. and I measured my Klein with my flute, so I'm fine. So now the only thing I have plugged in as of now unless this board requires a different voltage than the other board.
Zoom said he was a Simpson man. I was a Simpson man in the Navy. Simpson 260 is what we used.
All right, so here we go. Let me get a wire. think I have one lying around. All right, so I got myself a wire here. I am going to short out, let's see, ground with input number 1. Let's try this. For a split second, it turned on, but then, hang on.
Yeah, Zoom, that 260 was a good one. If you liked analog, it was a good one.
Input 4 works. Input 3 works.
Input 2 is where your problem's at.
Input 2 doesn't work here on this one either. Input 2 works. Okay, this one, it's working. This one is, I didn't have it properly connected, but yeah, input 2 works on this one. I have a feeling it was 2 bad boards, as weird as it might sound. Input 1 works. I'm going to check the voltage. If the voltage works on on this thing, I'm just going to go ahead and wire it up and see what happens.
I agree with that.
I cannot believe that it was 2 bad boards.
And 2 of them in a row.
2 in a row. What are the odds? Well, the odds are pretty good since
100%, by God.
Okay, common.
Those different boards you got from that different source. I know you said they're exact same boards, but did you have a schematic of that one?
Huh?
You have a schematic of that to make sure?
Yeah, it's the same. No.
Okay.
No, they're STB 4100 boards.
Okay.
And the only difference in all of these boards, I mean everyone, because I'm looking at the board, they're identically. The only difference is the programming, and that's what I change. I pop in my chip. Now, it could be that I have a bad chip, but I'm not going to take a chance and then burn out another chip. So, because, when I could just tell the guys, hey, send me 2 new boards.
Well, okay. Mike Bell says if those are the only 2 boards you have, he wants to place his bet now.
What's that?
Mike Bell said if those are the only 2 boards you have left, he wants to place his bet right now, just to make sure and get his money in.
Well, there you go.
Money on the table, Mike. Money on the table.
Okay, so DAC.
Yeah, Zoom, you're right.
So now if I click reset, and hit M3. Ten volts exactly. That's exactly what it should be. S 12,000. 5 volts. S 24,000. All right, this board works perfectly fine. Let me continue with this board and put those for the scrap heap.
I was gonna say, throw them suckers in the trash can. Put a big red X on it.
Yeah. All right, so now I'm going to unplug this. I'll turn this off. And let's do the inputs and outputs again.
$34.
Here's the worst part. The worst part is, since I mixed them all up, now I got to test the inputs and outputs. But no, 20, what is it? I got 4, so it's 17 connections left. This is input number 3. I can't believe that. That's just crazy.
That's pretty amazing. Alex says Vegas says it's 20-1 odds.
Yeah. Input number 4. I was afraid it was something I wired up, but I do this over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, I can identify a short. I can identify a bad solder or number 1, but this was just sad. And now when you think about it, I'm lucky because I got, because I've done this over and over and over and over. But imagine how many CNCers or beginning CNCers are trying to put together their own unit and they end up with a bad board. 2. And then they're asking questions. They're trying to figure it all out. But there's no way they could possibly, they've got a bad board.
Yeah.
And that's the heart of the controller. So what happens, Oh my God, I can imagine these poor souls.
Well, they should have went ahead and bought the hobby box and put all the headache on you.
Yeah, let me go through the headache. That's what I get paid for.
That's what you get the big bucks for, man.
Big bucks. Okay. 4. Big bucks.
You might have struck a nerve, man.
I would love to charge more because of my time. And eventually I will. I mean, eventually it'll get to the point where I'm not going to want to do this anymore. And I'll be charging more because
I don't want to do it.
You want my services, you got to pay. If not, then do it yourself. But number 1, but right now, I don't want to discourage anyone. And mostly it's fun. I mean, it is fun putting it together.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
Alex is leaving. Good night, Alex.
good night, Al. Have a good one. Looks like by the end of the night, I am actually going to have this thing fully functional.
Alex, he said he's heading out. He says your neighbor has a chicken coop live webcam show he's switching over to. He said he'll see you Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, he sounds like a character.
Oh, excellent. I'm looking forward to seeing him. He is a character and a half. Let's see if I can do 3 at a time. Yeah.
Oh, Zoom says most prices are driven by research and development of said product.
Yeah, I've developed this as much as you can develop it. My price is driven by sweat equity and frustration.
It just went up then, didn't it?
Yeah.
You better believe it did. And dang it, I hadn't got mine in yet. Jeez.
I'm telling you. The smart people are the ones that get it in early.
Get it in quick. Yep.
So I'm almost done. Almost done for another test. But this one, I suspect. I mean,
It'll be 100 to 1 that it's going to work.
100 to 1. 100 to 1, it'll be perfect. It's got to be. It's got to be. I don't have any boards left.
I hear that.
I may have one somewhere around.
Yeah, I believe you got one for your box, huh?
Hmm?
Don't you have one for
You're right, I do actually.
Have to suck it up, man.
Looks like my box may wait a little bit because I do have one more order that came in. That's no good. Yeah, because one time I thought it was one time I actually, but it was one of the first ones I was doing. I thought it was the box, but it was the way I had configured Mach 3, and that's understandable because that has a lot to do with it. Now, here's the thing. I haven't touched Mach 3. I haven't set a single, and I don't intend to.
Mm-hmm.
You mess with it, you're going to get what you deserve. That's why I'm happy I always have the backup on the cloud, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. last one. All right. Now let me plug everything in. Red, green, blue. Test, test. My cable. Okay, folks. Yet another test. All right, input 1. 3, 4. None of the inputs are working.
Holy crap. Don't throw the other 2 boards away yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the
Did you do your
these are
reset?
working fine. The M7. Oh, reset. M7. Hello, M8. Oh, M7 is messed up, but I know what that is. That's an output. That's no, but that okay. That's if M7's not working, that would be this one. Nope, but it's not. It's connected. Yeah, something weird is happening where one is being triggered no matter what.
And that's still doing it.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I lower the voltage. Let me try that. Sometimes these things are sensitive to certain voltages. Now, if I can find my long stick.
You just had it.
I know. That's the part that's frustrating. And I there it is. And I don't put it back where I should.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my pair of pliers? Because I want to put that back where it belongs. Probably under here. Nope, not under here. Here's these things. Let me put these back where they belong. I'll worry about the rest later. Okay, so I wanted to lower the voltage. Let's see if it works any better or worse this way. No. Let's see. Try raising the voltage, which is something I don't like to do, but
I hear that.
at this point, I'll try anything. I won't go any more than 25 though.
Well, folks, that's one for the record book.
Yeah, everything seems to be now. Watch. All the motors are going to work fine. Watch this. I'm gonna turn all the motors on and off. So here's why. Reset. Ah.
I heard it.
No.
I heard something.
Yeah, that was something else. Oh, here we go. Why is Y on Z? Okay, let's try X. Yeah. Okay, Z is correct. I mean, X is correct. Let's try Z. Z and Y are mixed up. Is that what I did? Yeah, sure. No. Oh, I see. Yeah. Ugh. That was my bad. Shut that off. Unplug this. Yeah, I'm going. Why is Y and Z backwards? Because I wired Y and Z.
Wired them backwards.
Well, I'm not worried about that right now.
That one's easy enough to figure out.
Yeah. That's a cakewalk. The inputs are the problem.
We'll just sell that as a
Yeah, I know what I can do. I know exactly what I can do. This box is definitely working. So if this gives me the same readings, same errors, then it's Mach 3. So let's do that, shall we? And if not, it's those 3 boards. And it happens that those 3 boards came in from a different manufacturer, so it's very, very, very likely that all 3 of them are bad. Okay, inputs and outputs. Input. USB. It also helps if I connect to USB.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Reset. Card not found. Now you find the card. Okay, so input 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything's perfectly fine with this.
Sounds like you might have to do a complete rewire of that bottom box.
No.
To eliminate the board or the wiring.
M3, M4, M7, M8, M9, and M5. All right. This box works perfect. Off. Unplug. Plug this in. Now, it could very likely be one more issue is that I'm using different power supplies, not the main power supply, but little power supplies, and it might not provide proper power. But
Well, that's easy enough to check that.
I don't want to swap power supply. No, because the one Dave has and the one I have the same power supplies as this. So, yeah, no, I checked with the meter already. That's the thing. Okay, so now I'm okay. Here goes again. Oh, turn it on. I hit it, and all the lights go off. That the board is bad. The board is bad. I wonder if I have any other boards. Let me see if I have any other boards. I thought I had a few more, but I guess not. I have my board.
That's your only option. That's not the same manufacturer. Check it out.
Yeah, but it's already. I don't want to. It's already wired to that thing, so it doesn't matter. This is the latest. This is the. This is this guy just ordered his 3 days ago or so. So it's not like he can't wait until I get a new board. So wow. Well, 30 my other box works perfectly fine. All of them do. Every single one of these boxes work fine. You know, I'm tempted to say it's the wiring, but it's not the wiring. Could be the wiring. How could it possibly be the wiring?
I don't see it. I don't see it like that unless you could see an actual short.
And that's just it.
Open, look, you wouldn't have a light come on at all. So if the wire was broke.
Okay, so I go to I do M3. M3 is the command to turn it on, and there should be only one light on. All right?
Yeah.
There's M3 on that one. Okay? I'm disconnecting. I'm connecting my other one. Here's my good one. All right? Here's my good one. M3. That's what it should look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now S24000 should turn on the power. And why isn't the power going on? Oh, because I don't have it. I didn't put all the plugs in. Okay, so this is the inputs. And this is the spindle power. Yeah, so there you go. There you go. You got the power. S12000 should cut the power in half. From 9.5 to 4.8. Fine. And then S24000. Then M4 should switch over to the second light.
Yeah.
M5. M7 is that one. M8 is that one.
You got both lights on.
And M9 shuts both of those off.
There you go.
And that's...
Mike Bell asked a question. He asked if you used any of those new boards on any of your control boxes that worked.
No. These are... I have to... Let me check my orders right now, because let me see where those boards came from. Now this is the controller, not Suntroller. Learn how to spell, Javi. Controller. There we go. Okay, I know those worked.
Bill's asking if your chip is soldered or on a socket on the board.
It's on a socket.
It's the best way to do it.
And yeah, and there's no other. Yeah, there's no issues with the chip. It's not the chip. I know that because I know the programming. The chip is motion control. It has nothing to do with logic. That's in the board. All right, so
Bart Bixel just joined us.
hey Bart, let me see something because eBay. Yep, here they are. All right. Return this item. I'm doing a return here. Holy crap, the address is in Chinese. Just goes to show. Don't shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a whole bunch of them in bulk, but my bulk order ran out, so I'm waiting for the next order to come in. So I figure let me buy a few, wherever I can, just to get ahead. Nope.
Yeah. I got you.
Not worth it. Not worth it. I'm going back, and in fact, I'm ordering some right now from a distributor that I know works. So let me see here. Where are you? I know you're here. I know you're here. I know you're here. There you are. Ooh, well, okay. 5 left in stock. Free delivery by Friday. Well, let's see if you could deliver 5 of them by Friday. Watch this. 5. As soon as I get 5, they'll change the delivery date.
Ooh. Yep, because today's Wednesday.
Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, no. Wait a second. Let me see if I can deliver the P.O. Box. Come on. Let's see if it's still Friday. A
day later.
Monday, July 6th. Crap. Let's try this. Let's try the secret thing that I have.
It's gonna be a
Nope,
day
still
earlier.
okay. You know, I'm gonna send it to my house. I mean, I'll be home. I could build all the boxes and just connect them at home. That's not a problem. See, now it's Friday.
Yeah.
Oh well. Bye now.
That just goes to show you got to know who you're buying from on eBay.
Yeah.
You might get lucky, but then again.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about it is eBay favors the us.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Okay, good. What the heck? Okay. Okay, available to spend. Okay. It's I'm sorry. I'm looking at my accounts and it's like I liquidated the card, but for some reason or another it says I still owe a balance, and cuz it's one of those cards that only updates once a month.
Uh-huh.
I still have, this it just tells you. I hate those. I hate those. But well, whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so done. I ordered that. What a crazy night, folks. But, well, we know what it is. 3 bad boards.
Just happened to be all three he bought from the same Chinese.
I'm tempted to take that one and put it on there just to see if it is, make sure it is.
Well, that'd be for another show.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting some more boards in, so it's not like I'm going to be out any boards, and I don't need it right away on mine. Although I could put mine together. Nah. Oh, boy. Well, folks, let me at least start to say goodnight to you guys. Let's see. And I will. I mean, all the wiring checks out. So, and I've checked it over and over and over, and with the continuity checker, there's no shorts, there's no opens, and everything works as it should. So, it's 3 bad boards.
Yeah.
Substandard Chinese boards from eBay. Just so happens they all came in at the same time. Well, live and learn, right? All right. So anyway, let's see. The good thing is I didn't throw away the old chips, so I can, because my chips are valuable. Well, they're not that valuable. They cost me $5 in bulk each, but they're but I usually throw away the other chips. And luckily I didn't, so I'll put them back on and return these boards. God, all that work. Well, it's not all that work. All I got to do is, once again, for like the 4th time, solder 21 connections. But anyway, it's been a wonderful evening. And although a bit of a failure, but a success because we know what it is. Have a wonderful evening, all, and I will see you all in the next show. I don't know if I'll be here Friday. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take off Friday for the well, I don't know if I'm going to be here Friday because StreamYard ends until the 4th or the 5th for me. My StreamYard is probably over my 20 hours or 10 hours or 20 hours, whatever I get. I could go straight on YouTube, but that's no fun when you don't have great conversationalists like Rusty here. But anyway, yeah, I will see you guys possibly Friday. But if my brother comes in early and visits me, then most likely, I don't know, maybe not. It's a toss up. If not, have a wonderful July 4th weekend, folks. Good night.
Good night, everybody.